Welcome all, this side Abhilash. Today, this is the first session on financial management, and in this session, I am going to talk on the foundation of finance. We will see the overview of foundation of finance, time value of money, and many things. So, this is the first slide of foundation of finance. First, we will understand what is the finance function or what is the finance means to the business. The branch of economics that studies management of money and other assets. This is the branch of economics, okay, that studies management of money and other assets. It is considered as lifeblood of business. Yes, this is true, and it provides access to all other resources required for business. So finance management, so meaning financial management is a vital activity in any organization. It is the process of planning, organizing, controlling, and monitoring financial resources with a view to achieve organizational goals and objectives. This is the meaning of financial management. By the definition, as per Goodman and Dogal, financial management is the activity concerned with the planning, raising, controlling, and administering of funds used in business. Financial management is the operational activity of a business that is responsible for obtaining and effectively utilizing the funds necessary for efficient operation. This is the definition of finance management. Next, nature of finance. Independable organs of business management, continuous process, right? Financial management of any business is the continuous process, different from accounting function. Just accounting of any company is not the financial management. The financial management is also different from accounting function. Coordination with other departments, yes, right? The money is not needed for only accounting department. It's have a correlation with operation department, production department, and each and every department. So decision making for top level on the basis of requirement for any company. The on the financial management basis, company can take decision on the top level. Scope of FM. So this is our main objective. This is the main course objective. Financial decision. Managers also make decision pertaining to raising financial from long-term sources called a capital structure and short-term sources called working capital. So in financial management, raising finance from long-term sources is called as a capital structure, and raising finance or money from short-term sources called as a working capital. Investment decision. Managers need to decide on the amount of investment available out of the existing finance on a long term and a short term basis. Long term means land machineries, a short term is current assets. Dividend decisions. This involves decisions related to the portion of a profits that will be distributed as a dividend. Shareholders always demand a higher dividend while the management would want to retain profits for business needs. So all these three, financial decision, investment decision, and dividend decisions, all three core areas of financial management, and depend on this, financial manager has to be taken decision for their organization. These are the functions of FM: determining financial needs, selecting the sources of funds, financial analysis and interpretation, capital budgeting, cost volume profit analysis, profit planning and control, and dividend policy. These all functions we will learn in the next sessions. Objectives of financial management. The basic objective is profit maximization, wealth maximization, and maintenance of liquid assets. Others, building up reserve for growth and expansion, ensuring financial discipline in organization, and efficient and effective utilization of financial resources. So all these are objectives of financial management. Profit maximization. Profit maximization. Let's discuss the advantages of profit maximization. Economic survival. Right. In this side we have discussed the objective of FM. The basic objective is the profit maximization, right? So the profit maximization means what? If the company follows the objective of FM, that is the profit maximization, and once they do the profit maximization, they will have a reserve fund. Okay, once they will have a reserve fund, and any economic condition like today we are facing COVID-19 pandemic, here many people have lost their job, they have lost their jobs, many are struggling to get one time food nowadays. So right, this is the economic fall we can say. So economic survival, like if they have done profit maximization in the past, they can survive in any condition. Social welfare they can do, economic welfare also can be done. Efficient allocation and utilization of resources, and profitability meets all needs. Once they are having a good profit for their organization, so the profit can meet their all needs. Disadvantage in profit maximization: ignores the time value of money. What is the time value of money? We will learn in this session only. Overlooks quality aspect. Term profit is vague, ignores risk and short sighted. Wealth maximization. So wealth means shareholders' wealth, the wealth of the person involved in the business concern. Also known the value maximization or NPV, net value maximization. NPV is the difference between the present value of benefits realized and the present value of cost incurred. The advantage of value wealth maximizations: serves in the interest of suppliers, shareholders, and employees. Considers the concept of a time value of money, takes both quality and quantity factors. Disadvantage of wealth maximization: ignores short-term economic benefits. It is indirect profit maximization. Conflicts of interest in management when management is separate from ownership. Profit versus wealth maximization. So we will discuss the difference in both. The profit maximization is the old concept as compared to wealth maximization is the modern concept. Profit maximization easy to calculate, wealth maximization difficult to calculate. Why? Because profit maximization is calculated basis on the rupees, on the value. But if you look at the wealth maximization, it is difficult to calculate it. Why? The wealth maximization is not stored in the cash or not in rupees, but it can be considered as a property of a person or shareholder, or whatever is holding in the particular company. So it's a very difficult to calculate. As we discussed, profit maximization is a wage concept, and wealth management is a clear concept. Profit maximization ignores time value of money, and wealth maximization consider time value of money. Profit maximization ignores risk and uncertainty. Always wealth maximization consider risks and certainty. So profit maximization is in short term, wealth maximization always good for a long term. The time value of money, TVM, is the concept that the money available at the present time is the worth more than the identical sum in the future due to its earning capacity. Value of money declines in the future due to following reasons: inflation in the economy, risks involved in delayed financial transactions, opportunity cost of capital delayed, and consumption. Time value of money techniques. Time value of money can be derived from two things. One is compounding, second one is discounting. In compounding, always future values is calculated, and in discounting, always present value considered while calculating time value of money. So time value of money, we have a formula. So formula is PV is equal to FV is equal to PV in bracket 1 plus R into T. And second formula is PV is equal to FV divided by 1 plus R into N. So PV is present value. As I told you, time value of money is calculated on the two bases. One is future value and present value. If we are looking for if you are calculating future value, then you should use first formula, F is equal to PV in bracket 1 plus R into N and into T. Here PV stands for present value, stands for the value of money in today's term. Future value FV means future value, stands for the amount of cash to be received in future. R is the discount rate, or the rate which is decline in the value is happening, and T is a time period. Okay, so let's understand this formula with the example. So here I have one example for you. Let's imagine that Donna is a name of a girl. So let's imagine that Donna puts 100 rupees in the bank for 5 years at a 5% interest, and plug that into equation. So here in this example you can see that Donna puts 100 rupees in a bank for 5 years, for next 5 years with the 5% interest. So here we have to calculate future value. Why? Because she is expecting some return, that's why she has invested in the bank for the 5 years with the 5% interest, right? So I hope you understand this example. So if we apply the formula here, right, so future value FV is equal to 100. FV is equal to 100. So 100 rupees is the present value which Donna has put in the bank, into in bracket 1 is by default. You can see here as per the formula 1 plus R is the interest she is getting, that is 0.05, right, and T is a time period. So she is putting the money for 5 years, so into 5. So if you calculated, you can do the calculation on your mobile, on your calculator here. So FV is equal to 100 into 1.2762, right? So once we multiply this 1.2762 by 100, the answer is rupees 127.62. So after 5 years, Donna will receive 127 rupees 0.62 paisa as per the time value of money future value formula. As per the equation, she will receive 127 rupees 62. So here we are done with the overview of the foundation of finance and time value of money. Thank you. Best wishes.